I'm Hintszche, and I'm passionate about pickleball. As a physical education teacher, I was familiar with it. A lot of schools had it in their curriculums. We never did here at the elementary where I taught, but I do know that the middle school here in Rochelle does have it. But I never thought it was an adult game until John, my husband, and I were down in Gulf Shores, Alabama. And I saw a group of adults playing it, and my eyes just lit up, and I'm like, I have to learn this game and play it. So I just inquired about it. They said come the next morning, and there hasn't been a very few days that I haven't played pickleball since then. I learned in February before COVID happened, which was unfortunate because then you couldn't find places to play. So we were doing a little bit of underground playing with different groups of people, a lot of outside play in the March and April, and finding places to play. But I was passionate enough at that point, I was going to find a place to play and a group of people to play with. You know, there's a lot of descriptions about pickleball, but I say it got some tennis similarities, but it's got some badminton similarities, it's got some ping pong similarities, it's got its own set of rules, its own courts, its own nets. But if you put all those mashes all together, that's the game of pickleball. When I first played it was just because it looked like a sport that adults could play. And then as I got into it more, I found you could kind of play recreational, or you could kind of play a little more competitively. My competitive nature, you know, went to the competitive side. And I felt at my age, which, you know, I'm in my 60s now, I could be competitive. And I haven't been able to do that for probably 10 or 15 years because your age and your body. And so now this was a sport I could be competitive in again and be halfway decent at it and have a good time. And that's just the beauty of pickleball, the socialization aspect of it, where, you know, now in Rochelle we have a group of, you know, up to 16, 17 people playing in the morning. Yes, it is the older crowd because of retirement age, but we also now have groups at night that are playing that are the, I would call it the working crowd, that now have come together, and they're exchanging numbers, and they're coming together. People that would never probably cross social paths, but now they're crossing social paths, and we're starting to have little socials within our group. So I've met people in Rochelle I've never really came across ever, you know, but now because of pickleball, I've met them. It's for all ages. I can play with a 20-year-old kid and a 60-year-old woman, and we're playing a game and having a great time. And you see that all the time. You see families, entire families getting together and having, you know, fun competitive games and crowning the person, this is the winner. Or so to me, that's the most important thing about pickleball, is it just can be for anybody, anytime, any place. There's so many fun things. I mean, first of all, pickleball people, 99% of them are just good, friendly, fun people. We're all there for a purpose. We're all there to exercise, to have a good time. I've met so many different, like I said, I would have never crossed paths with some of these people. It has allowed me to travel. I've gone to Costa Rica to play in tournaments. I went to Mexico. You know, I meet some pickleball people and they're like, hey, come to Florida and play with us, or come here and play with us. And it's kind of my goal right now. I'm trying to get as many places as I can to play pickleball, because each and every place has its own entity and its own excitement, and it's just so much fun to meet different people. I've been fairly successful at tournaments. There is a rating system in pickleball, and you kind of play at your rating. And my goal is to move up on that rating scale, and I have, to a point where I'm pretty comfortable with where I'm at right now. And it's just great competition. You know, the people across the net from you are about the same rating, so you know that you're going to get good games. And sometimes if the game, you know, if you don't win at the end of the game, but you've had a good game, you feel good about things. Now my husband would disagree because he hears about it if I lose, but anyway, it's just good competition, good people. And then you get to compare yourself. Yeah, I need to work on this, or you know, I feel pretty good. I'm hitting the shots I need to be successful. Learning the score, in my opinion, is the hardest, because it's kind of not logical per se. And people try to equate it to tennis, or they try to equate it to another sport. So learning the score is probably, in my opinion, the hardest. There's only 3 or 4 hits that you use in pickleball. And I tell people, pickleball is an easy game to learn. I can teach somebody to play pickleball in half an hour, 45 minutes, but it's a hard game to master. It's like anything. You've just got to keep playing, keep playing, keep playing. I think just, if you can get the ball over the net, you're playing the game. Now, it may not be the best shot in the world, but if you can keep the ball within the court confines, you can play the game. And then you just work on that as you go along. So, two people can go out in 45 minutes, I can teach them the game, and they can show up the next day and play the game and continue to better their game as they go along. Or if they just want to hit it back and forth and be social, they can do that too. So once I got really involved in pickleball, I did kind of start reaching out within the Park District and within the, our community and getting kind of things going. We established a club in 22 where we have paid members. They're obviously, because of different equipment, we've kind of partnered with the Park District and we've bought some of the equipment that we use. We use portable nets outside. Park District has bought some for inside. We've had to make dividers because the balls go in between the two courts, so we've bought and made those. And we just keep promoting it. We did a tournament last year in Rochelle. We do beginners nights on Wednesday nights where anybody can come in and we'll teach them how to play. I do offer clinics through the Park District, and like I said, tomorrow night's going to be one of them. And we're presently trying to find some better facilities to play at. So we were at the Park District meeting the other night, just talking with them and trying to come up with some better playing surfaces. All the neighboring towns have them, and people are going there because it's a better place to play. And so we don't want people to leave our community. We want people to come to our community and play with us. If I'm having a bad day, I go play pickleball and everything seems to be better.